The Tory party is going to roll back Brexit. Oh my God. The Brexiters, they're going to roll around in their graves, that they are. Well, it's true, you know. They're going to roll back Brexit in regards to the ID cards. You see, Brexit was a death by 1,000 cuts. And it didn't seem like a very good idea to block 200-odd million ID card holders in the EU from visiting the UK, bringing their money and spending their money and making the UK richer. But Preet Patel, in her wisdom, bought a new. Not on my Nelly. She decided that she didn't want those 200 million odd people coming to the United Kingdom, spending their money. Foolish woman. Thank God she's not there now. But look who we got instead. We've got Suella Braverman and her Let's Rob a Tent. Well, as you can see here, rolling back Brexit, the government eases ID card ban for EU school groups. Not for everybody in the EU, no, just for school groups. Though the ID cards are, they're kind of a replacement for the passport when travelling in the Schengen area. Now, I know the United Kingdom wasn't in the Schengen, but it did also abide by the ID cards. So those in the EU could travel to the UK using their ID cards, not a passport. You see, and nearly everybody in the EU had ID cards. Not necessarily passports, because, you know, not everyone wants to travel outside. We've got such a wealth of, countries to visit here in the EU. Unlike you lot, obviously, in the UK. Sorry. You've got to use your passports, which cost money. You see, the ID cards are extremely secure, but Preet Patel said they weren't. And she wanted to secure the borders, she said, you see. Yeah. And they've got the sovereignty. Remember that as well. She clearly didn't have a clue what she was doing. Nor did actually Boris Johnson come to that. Nor did David Cameron for actually, you know, the guy with the pigs and stuff. Anyway, that geezer, he obviously didn't have a clue either. No, I think Donald Tusk was right.
I've been wondering what that special place in hell looks like for those who promoted Brexit without even a sketch of a plan how to carry it safely.
He's like a prophet. Yeah. Well, anyway. And this article happened to be in The Independent. I just want to point out a couple of bits and pieces in here, you see. And, see, according to the international tourism community, they say they were boggled, confuddled, when the UK decides to ban 200 million odd potential visitors to the United Kingdom. Doesn't make any sense. And in October 2021, let's make it a bit bigger for you, there you go. Yeah. And in October 2021, the then Home Secretary, Preet Patel, carried out the promise to end the use of what she called insecure. In fact, they're pretty much impossible to copy, to fraud. Well, she ought to carry out her promise to end the use of insecure ID cards for people that enter the country. That's her words. And she said that we are strengthening our borders, we are. How's that working out for you? And delivering on the people's priority to take back control of our immigration system. You've got a giggle, haven't you? Hey, well, broken Britain, you could say. It's like a leaky sieve. Well, actually, it's more like a sponge. It's sucking everybody in, it is, from around the world. Like Suella Braverman said, there's 1 million people want to come here. She said. Yeah, she did, she said. In fact, the new ID cards issued by EU countries meet the highest international security standards and extremely difficult to forge or change. It's immaterial, according to Preet Patel at the time. Prospective tourists from the European Union and wider Schengen area, we were told that they could not come in without a passport. Since 200 million plus who do not have passports can currently visit around 30-odd countries using only their national identity card. And many of them choose to steer clear of the United Kingdom. Little England. Yeah, anyway, whatever it is. Let's go to Scotland. Scotland's nice, but then you still need your passport. Yeah. Well, since that, what's happened is, you see, there's an 8% drop in arrivals to the UK compared with 2019, before the end of the transition period. That's a massive loss of money. Even with kids, because they've got to stay somewhere, they've got to eat something, you see. And then you've got the transportation and all that sort of stuff, you see. And then you've got cabotage and, well, we keep transferring the kids from one container to the next. And then that's a different importation. Anyway, so, while Ms. Patel, she said it was imperative to clamp down on the criminals to seek to enter our country illegally using forged documents, she said. What an idiot. Easing the rules in Jersey appears to have been judged a success. In fact, I've read elsewhere and said it's been a bit of a failure. They haven't seen the... well, basically, Jersey used to get a lot of French tourists. And it stopped. But now they've eased it. So, but there hasn't been the uptake. Now, within the UK, the impact of banning national identity cards has been particularly extreme for businesses welcoming school groups, with the Institute of Tourist Guiding reporting an almost total collapse of school group bookings from Europe for the summer of 2022. Collapsed, gone. It's just like a whole, almost like a sector of business gone in it. You know, spend the money, honey. The UK's GDP, it might have grown a smidgen, but the cost of getting there is huge. There's less profit. They're not making any flipping money. Everything's more expensive as well. Don't forget, obviously, you've got the cost of living crisis with the oil and what have you, but the UK's got Brexit. Oh, I shouldn't laugh because it's really sad, actually. But I escaped to France. Oh, it's lovely here. It's the land of milk and honey, it is. I know the Brexiters will disagree. But I'll tell you what, at least there's land. Lots of everywhere there is. Yeah. Oh, anyway, and cows, lots of cows. So anyway, the Institute of Tourist Guiding reporting an almost total collapse of school bookings from Europe for the summer 2022. That is severe. And that's compared with pre-Brexit. Pre-COVID 2029 is down 99%. 99%! And the beneficiaries of are, obviously language schools, exchange students and what have you, and English-speaking EU members, Ireland and Malta. As Patricia Yates, Chief Executive of Visit Britain, told MPs last year, you will find destinations like Hastings absolutely decimated by the lack of school visits. And Hastings is brilliant. They do all the reenactments and stuff down there with English heritage. It's pretty cool. It attracts people from further afield to come and spend more money in the UK. If we don't have external investment in the country, we're just moving the same money about, which basically stunts the country's growth. Obviously. Well, in response, a Home Office Minister said in October 2022 there's currently no plans to change the approach to under-18s travelling as a part of an organised group. What have they done? They've changed the plans. Yes, another U-turn. So in March, the Prime Minister met, though, with Emmanuel Macron, the French president. Yeah. Do you know what? I'm no fan of Emmanuel Macron, but bloomin' hell. Crikey, he's a saint in comparison to what's going on in the UK. An absolute saint. We could get Marine Le Pen next time, which wouldn't be quite so good, would it? No. Anyway, they committed to ease the travel of school groups to the UK. Basically, Macron, he got all of him. A little old scrawny Richie Sunak in his short trousers. He pulled his arm behind his back, pushed the others flipping back into the corner. You got it, my kids. Come to the UK, that you are. That's what he said. Obviously in French. In a very angry, raised voice. I don't think Emmanuel Macron's much bigger, is he? Anyway, so there you go. It looks like Brexit is being undone. And the Brexiters, they ain't going to be happy. All those pesky little school children visiting the UK. Oh, their snifty noses and that. Importing diseases and all sorts of stuff. And money. It's a whole industry. That it is. Oh, well. Well, yeah, please boot the old like button and maybe the bell notification after you've done subscribe, of course, because then you get a warm buzz in your pocket every time I upload another video. Oh, dear me. Brexit is just proving that it was never a goer. No. It was dead in the water, but then again, it always was going to be. I've always said it. Yeah. Tories. They're not the sharpest knives in the drawer, no. Anyway, if you've got a sports channel, you can do that on Patreon or buy us coffee. There's also memberships as well. And that keeps the channel going, you know. The channel would not be able to continue without your help. It just wouldn't. I've got other things I could be doing. Seriously. But although I do enjoy it, that I do. Well, it's time for me to go, so I'll say ta-ta, you know. So, toodaloo!